Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to a brand new week. Again, I'm dropping videos on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and if I can on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I will. But today's going to be a different video. I'm going to drop a breakdown tomorrow, but today I'm actually going to be dropping a chapter on the course, right? I'm actually going to be dropping course content right now, and it's one of my favorite ways to enter a trade, my favorite ways of price action. It's going to be a short 10-minute video, so I hope you guys enjoy. I hope you guys learn from it, and hope you guys can use this in your own trading. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, comment, ask any questions you can, and if you're interested in anything, you know, my details are in the description if you guys want to reach out to me. But this is a beautiful course content chapter where I'm going to show you guys how I enter my trades, one of the ways I enter my trades. So I hope you guys enjoy. Deuces. Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to chapter 15 part 2, and we're going to be going over double bottoms. Double bottoms right here is actually a form of confluence, right? But this isn't a typical confluence where you're doing your analysis, right? Like if you're going on the 4-hour, you know, let's just get rid of this. If you're going on the 4-hour and you're marking up your charts, right, you know, and then you're looking at market structure, right? It's not one of those confluences, right? A double bottom and a double top, which kind of usually go hand in hand, are confluences that go with your entry, right? So if you're about to enter a trade and you see a double bottom or a double top, that's an added confluence, right? So you won't know you have it usually until you see it happen in real time, right? And I'm going to show you guys that, and I'm going to show you guys that in a most recent example of GBP/JPY and the reaction after the double bottom, right? So I have a couple examples of a double bottom, but we're going to start off with actually what the double bottom is, right? So I usually mark off double bottom by always putting X2 bottom, right? So when you see that, it's double bottom, right? X2 double, you know, kind of just the way I just write it, right? So a double bottom is a bullish confluence variation, right? Where you're gonna notice that when you get this, it's gonna add, or it should add, towards your bullish confluence, right? Towards your bullish bias. This should be usually used as an extra confirmation to enter. And for me, when I have a double bottom or a double top or anything of that sort, I am so confident in that trade, and you're gonna see why in the reactions you get off the double bottom. Now again, just like everything else, I'm gonna say again, just like everything else also goes with confluence, right? So if you simply have a double bottom with no support and resistance, no market structure, no real reason why you're going long, you know, it's not enough. You know what I'm saying? It's not enough. This is just to add as a confluence. But let me tell you something. When I get this double bottom, I am so sure, and I'm going to show you guys actually a most recent trade that the double bottom actually worked, right? So I have a couple of examples here. Okay, so you know, let's go to an example over here, right? We're gonna go over here and we're gonna see what we have over here, right? So currently what we have is currently price pushing bullishly, right? You can see from down here, all we've been doing is created higher lows, right? And you can see down here, right? You can see down here that, you know, let's just say, for example, we have an area of support and resistance right here where we want to long at, right? And before we long, let's see if we can get a double bottom in here. Now, you're probably asking, what time frames do you use the double bottoms on, right? The double bottoms can be on any time frame. It can be H4, it can be H1, it can be M30 or M15. I usually love them more when they're nothing lower or nothing higher than this, right? So the H4, H1, the 30-minute and the 15-minute, right? You're probably going to get the double bottoms on these time frames. Again, once you have your area of interest, right, you just got to wait for that double bottom to happen, right? So let's say we're at our area of interest and we want to buy price right now, right? And we want to take price all the way up here. So I have my bias, I have my support and resistance, I have my confluences right now. Let's just see if I have a double bottom here, right? So if you look on the 4-hour, we have nothing, right? If you look on the 2-hour, we have nothing. If you look on the 1-hour, we have nothing. If you look on the 15-minute, on the 30-minute though, you kind of start to see kind of a double bottom forming, right? You can see price coming low, coming up, and then coming down, and that wick literally reached the same low as this one. So you can see that a potential double bottom is happening right now. So we create this low, and we push up, and then we come down, and we don't make a new low. We actually just create an equal low, and that's where you get this line from. That's usually how I draw it. I usually will take a trend line, right, and I'll just draw it just like that to see if they really are parallel, and you can see that this wick matches up with the lows of these, right? If you go to the 15-minute, you see the double bottom even more clear. You can literally see that price stops right here. If you want to make it a little easier, you can literally go, stops right here. And then this one also stops literally at the same spot. This right here is a double bottom. So if I have 5 confluences, right, and I see this, I'm gonna go, oh shit, this is another confluence. I'm gonna buy, right? And then you literally wait for your entry, right? Stops are gonna be below the general area. Let's see if we get stopped out, and you're gonna see that with that double bottom, we literally get the craziest push all the way up to the upside, right? And it's gonna continue to go. So price literally went straight into profit. You dealt with no drawdown, no negative, 67 pips. And I believe maybe it won't go all the way, but whatever. That's just an example of the double bottom being used, right? Let's skip time frames. And price eventually goes all the way long, right? So it pulls back a little and goes all the way long to full targets for 100 pips off that double bottom. Do you see that? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful reaction just like that. The double bottom, I'm telling you, when you get that double bottom, I love it. I literally love it. So we're going to find another area, which is going to be all the way down here. And this is actually something that could be considered a triple bottom, right? And you're going to see why. So let's just say, for some reason, right? Let's just say for some reason we in this bearish trend, but I have 5 confluences, 4 confluences, whatever, that we're going to start reversing, right? And then we get to our area of interest. Let's say for some reason I went along at this area. Let's say there's an area of support and resistance all the way back here I didn't mark. Let's just say, right? But look at what happens, guys. This is literally the craziest fucking thing ever. Literally, look what happens. Price, for some reason, if I have price reversing going bullish, look what happens when we get to my area of interest. Once you get to my area of interest, price comes down, comes up, and creates literally this equal low right there. Beautiful. That is literally the most beautiful minute 30. So now we're seeing it on the 30-minute. The most beautiful 30-minute double bottom formed right here, where we can create an equal bottom. So you can literally buy, right, stops under the general area. You can literally buy and then raise your take profit all the way up here, 252 pips. So not only do you have a double bottom, but then price comes up and comes down and creates a triple bottom. A lot of people, a lot of different traders are different, right? I don't like the term triple bottom, quadruple bottom, right? Ever, like, to me it's just a double bottom with an extra retest, right? Everybody's different, but this would be a triple bottom. So if you didn't get in on this double bottom, price came all the way back down, showed a nice wick, and you could have gone in there. And what happens? Literally off this double bottom entry, price flies all the way up to here, right? All the way 250 pips. You could have taken profit here and it would have been enough. You could have taken profit here and it would have been enough for 5 times your risk. You could have taken profit here. This is 2 times your risk. This is a small move for 2 times your risk, which is crazy. And you guys know I don't set up for anything under 2 times my risk. So this was a crazy move that came off the double bottom, and you can see price just fly. And this time it came from the 30-minute. These are beautiful examples. And this time it came off the 30-minute, right? So that's another example of how the double bottom is used. But this time, this right here is picture perfect, right? You literally see price come down, come up, come right down to that same area, will not break, and then comes up and then retests again and won't break. You could have entered 3 times on that entry, which is crazy. Excuse me. So we're gonna move on to a place where we're gonna see the double bottom on a higher time frame, right? We're gonna see the double bottom on the 1 hour, 2 hour. A lot of you guys have been asking, a lot of you guys see the 2 hour on my chart. I've just started incorporating that, but you can probably see the same thing on the 1 hour. You can probably see the same thing on the 2 hour. It don't matter. But on the 1 hour, I'm gonna show you guys the 1 hour because I know that's what a lot of you have. Look at this area right here. You can literally see that price, and you can see it more clear on the 2 hour, right? The 2 hour is going to show a lot more clear. Let's say, this is the same area we loaned off over here, right? So let's say we have a nice area of support and resistance, which we do, and let's say for some reason, I have a couple confluences to go long, right? Price is literally going to come down, create this low, come up, create an equal low that won't surpass this low, right? And you could have bought off this double bottom right here, 2-bar angle. If you guys see that, that's a price action signal. Go back to chapter 5 if you guys don't know what that is. So you can literally enter right here, one low, come up, a second low, which is equal. This right here is going to validate the double bottom, right? So you could enter after you get any price action signal. You can see that you literally get a 2-bar engulf, right? You're going to have stops under the general area, and you're going to have a take profit of 200 pips for 3 times your risk. Beautiful, beautiful move. You can literally see the reactions after the double bottom, guys. It literally flies. And for the final one, the final example was actually a trade very recently that we missed out. Right, there is actually a big area of support and resistance at this level, and you can see that price literally still hasn't stopped. This is in current real time. You can see that price comes down, creates a low, comes up, creates down an equal low. That right there is already the double bottom, right? You can go to the 1 hour, you can see that you can go to the 2 hour, that's the prettiest, and you can see that since we created this double bottom down here, guys, price is still going. Literally has flown up 200 pips and literally flat top. When you say flat top, it means it is still going. Like, the most recent candle was so bullish, and you can see that since this double bottom rejection down here, you see this the rejection down here and rejection down here. You can see that since that rejection, guys, literally we haven't stopped going, and we're still bullish. So these double bottoms, if you can catch them at your areas of interest, you can capitalize greatly on the double bottom, right? So I hope you guys enjoyed this chapter. Hope everything is great. This is a great example of double bottoms, how you can use them. Webinars are going to be dropped on the double bottoms because I feel like there's so much you can do with double bottoms, but you can see that once you get those on top of other confluences, you can really take advantage of a trade and really maximize your profits. So hope everything is good, and I'll catch you guys in the next chapter.